Have you ever been exploited? Worn down physically and mentally at a company that overworks you? Had your money stolen by a scam? Betrayed by someone you trusted? Why does this keep happening to me? Have you ever thought that? Today, I'll explain the reason behind it and how to change it. In the previous episode, I said that this world is a mirror. What you do is reflected back to you. This is the fundamental principle of the Boomerang Matrix. So, if you are being exploited, it means that your past self exploited something. You might think, I have no memory of that. But exploitation is not limited to direct actions. Let me ask you one question. Have you ever voted in an election? Voting means expressing your approval for that candidate. Buying stock is the same thing. Buying a company's stock means casting a vote of approval for what that company does. Now think about this. When you buy meat at the supermarket, what are you casting your vote of approval for? Before that meat was lined up in a package, what happened? First, they are forced to reproduce. The babies are separated from their mothers, and they are exploited before living out their natural lifespan. Their lifespan that should have been lived, their unused causality, is taken from them. This is not some special tragedy happening far away. It's an everyday occurrence. We continue doing this without even realizing it. When you buy that meat, you are casting a vote of approval for this system of exploitation. Let's come back to the Boomerang Matrix. What you do is reflected back to you. This was the fundamental principle of the BM. So if you cast a vote of approval for exploitation, what comes back to you? Exploitation. You too will be exploited without being told important information. Your potential will be unreasonably taken by someone. Your time will be seized by someone. Worked to exhaustion at a company that overworks you. Falling victim to scams. Having your life derailed by illness. These are not coincidences. They are the reflection of the votes you cast. Some of you may have felt uncomfortable hearing this. That's a natural reaction. I'm not telling you to stop eating meat. The choice is yours. But there's one thing I want to convey. If you keep having terrible experiences for reasons you can't understand, if you feel like you're always unlucky, if you keep ending up on the exploited side, then there is an option. Exit the exploitation structure. This is not a moral argument. It's about probability manipulation. If you stop being a shareholder, the reflection of exploitation stops coming. If you don't throw, nothing comes back. It's a simple mechanism of cause and effect. If you're interested, try an experiment. Don't eat meat for just 1 week. Just 1 week. This is not about doing the right thing. It's about observing how your own probability field changes. Does anything change? Do things start going more smoothly for some reason? Do unreasonable troubles decrease? Try experimenting with your own body. If it doesn't work for you, just stop. You have nothing to lose. But if you do feel a change, that's the true nature of reflection. One warning. When you start this experiment, a temporary healing crisis may occur. Boomerangs you threw in the past may come back to be settled all at once. You might think it's not working after all, but that's the settlement of the past. If you haven't thrown anything new, it will eventually end. Because what you threw in the past has a limit. The storm will pass, and beyond it lies calm. Today, I presented one hypothesis about why you are being exploited. You don't need to believe it, but I think it's worth experimenting with. Next time, we'll go even further. I'll talk about how to actively manipulate probability. May your probability field find calm.